Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. This week we watched Talladega Nights.
I think this is actually my first time watching it all the way through. I think I stopped halfway.
Honestly,
Oh my God.
Me too. I've only seen clips like watching on FX or something.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I thought I had seen the entirety of this movie.
No,
I
this
didn't even see
this
the
movie's
fucking
great.
ending.
Like if you
It's
just
so
watch,
I knew nothing.
like if you're like you're having a sad day and you just want to fucking like have a good time here, have a laugh. Classic Will Ferrell when he was actually fucking before Kevin Hart being a
Before
pussy ass
Kevin
movie.
You know what? I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a good laugh. It wasn't. It's
Start to
something that
finish.
it's good to just put in the background, and it's solid. It's actually pretty solid.
Put in the background.
As you see,
Damn.
like it doesn't take a lot of effort. Like I'm exhausted. Come home from work. I don't want to watch a fucking whatever we watched last week. It made me think
that's
fucking
more,
crazy.
It's more
You
mental.
actually really gotta focus. This I'm just kind of like every now and then you look over, you're like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. This is great.
Yeah.
Easy watch. Good
and
movie.
the reason I wanted to watch because I was talking to some people and they haven't seen this movie and I don't know why. Like this is just it was on FX like every fucking day.
Yeah, constantly.
Like all of high school for me. So I'm just like, why wouldn't you watch this movie? It's such a good.
It's
maybe the
such a
title's
heavy
too long.
parody of fucking like NASCAR and like that culture
Racing
and like
films.
But it's
yeah.
like it accentuates everything honestly that's like funny about America, and I really enjoy that. I was like,
Yeah. No, I can see that.
But hey, if this is your first time tuning in,
This
we
is
are
four guys, one film.
Our host today is
Me, Isaac.
this is your choice of a film, and here we have
Nick.
myself, Alexis,
George.
and so
And
go ahead.
This movie I think was just meant to just be loose. Let's talk about it. Let's go
Loosey-goosey.
Loosey goosey. We're gonna make
It's the most loosey-goosey film.
Yeah.
It's fucking,
And that's what the best part about comedies are, though, like I said.
and honestly, this is like I think this is the actual first. If we do end up posting, this might be our first Will Ferrell movie that we post. We've done-
Yes, we did do Step Brothers.
but the energy wasn't there in that time.
It wasn't there.
So,
We weren't ready for Will Ferrell then. I think we're
But
ready.
now this
Will Ferrell can enter us now.
I mean,
fully.
out of all the Will Ferrell ones, this is probably got to be one of the
dude,
best.
and like that combination of those two guys acting is always great. They
That's-
always
Oh, I
bring
know.
no.
that duo.
Let me dispute that. They
Don't
did
say Mark
Sherlock.
Wahlberg.
Did you watch fucking Sherlock?
dude, and they
No.
sold this shit was hilarious.
No, it was fucking garbage. I could not stand it.
I didn't see that one.
It was so
No.
bad.
But I
It
mean,
was
Isaac
so
makes
bad.
a good point. I feel like Will Ferrell has fallen off, and not maybe on his own fault, but after Kevin Hart and stuff like that, because this was like,
Like he's not PG.
well,
That's-
yeah, this is now PG comedy era Will Ferrell, where or like rated R, but he's just meant to be a pussy or a bitch.
It's like
So
for the
Kevin
50-year-old.
Hart's like, I'm tough. It's like, no, Kevin Hart, you're 5'6". You're not.
I
Tough.
think he's smaller.
I
than
think
that.
he's like 5'5", dude.
Yeah, he's smaller.
He doesn't
than that
have
for
to be
sure.
tough. He's rich. That's what I'm saying. Like it's an annoying thing. But when he plays Will Ferrell, he wants to be the tough guy.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is definitely the golden Will Ferrell era.
Yes.
Like
we-
right,
absolutely.
right out
had
of
this a long
SNL.
time.
Yeah.
like he had creative freedom. He
It was
was,
2006 when America was good.
you could
Yeah.
talk. You could.
We got to make America great again. You know, guys.
Oh,
Honestly, you can't even fucking.
well, I like this America for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
think-
get Will Ferrell to start making better movies. That's what I meant. What did you mean, bro?
What did America
Right.
give us? George Bush. What?
Pizza,
Yeah, it's like Chinese food.
democracy.
Dude, I kind of
No,
like.
no, that was a-
I kind of like.
Menage a trois.
I kind of like what they did with what they did in Wayne's World, where they did all the sponsorships.
Oh yeah, They're
Like,
like,
so
oh
that-
yeah. I don't know why they do that, man. It's like really really wrong. And he's like head to toe Nike.
Yeah, but I like, dude, it's cool, man. Like, I think it's just like funny. Like, you know that like the satire's there. Like, it's an easy watch. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room to enjoy this movie.
If you're the dumbest one in the room, you'll enjoy it even more.
Well, the
Yeah.
fact that you have
I'm
Alexis
sure that-
like wanting to go to a NASCAR race now, that's gotta
I've
say something.
always wanted to. Go
He's
to one of those.
never
He's
wanted.
never expressed
I mean, in high
maybe-
school,
maybe I was too
Alexis,
embarrassed
is
to
that
bring it
coming
up.
out of his mouth?
I remember
We've been
him
like,
telling me
what
that
the
in high
fuck?
school. Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's right. I told
Alright.
Nick about it. Where were you guys?
I don't know, man.
No, yeah, but I also think it's kind of like hilarious that ESPN like helped sponsor this whole fucking thing because
Fun
they just
fact
love the
number one.
idea. Yeah, they loved it so much. No, but I get it now because it's like imagine you're actually into this culture and all of that, and then you see this, even though it's a satire. Like I'm sure they're aware of that, but they're like it's so over the top and like
It's
funny.
still a fun
that
movie.
They still fucking
Mhm.
enjoy it. It's
Like,
like,
it-
yeah.
this movie is non-serious the whole time, and I think that's like sometimes you just need that. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be.
Well, I think they're also probably running highs from like other movies that are successful in that, like Space Jam, like a little satirical about basketball, a little bit more kid friendly.
Mhm.
They also have like Billy Madison, like, or not Billy Madison, sorry, I meant Happy Gilmore.
Mhm.
With like also
Yeah.
with golf, like another arguably not super like out there sport for the masses. Like it has its own culture, obviously. Now I think it's grown a little bit more amongst like people our age now that we're getting older.
Yeah.
But NASCAR is definitely something none of us have ever really been exposed to much, unless you really sought it out being in California. So I think this movie really helps like put that on the market.
Yeah,
for
sports
sure.
movies like that. Well, actually, a little bit off topic with the Space Jam. So apparently they reached out to Tony Hawk to do a skate jam, and they were already in the works. But then they released that other Space Jam, whatever movie that nobody watched. I forgot what it was called.
Did another one?
No, it wasn't
No.
Space Jam. It was
that?
the Brendan Fraser movie, the Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, and
oh,
then
yeah,
it bombed,
yeah.
and then they basically stopped returning his calls.
Sorry,
anything.
Tony Hawk.
It's
not happening.
crazy too. 'Cause
Bro, that would have been fucking amazing.
I
Jam?
loved Looney Tunes Back in Action as a kid. But I
Yeah.
get it. Like, it probably wasn't as good for fucking parents or like teenagers. But I thought as a kid, I was like, this movie's great. There's a woman and she's got boobs and she's in this movie.
That's always
and
great.
there's Bugs Bunny. I was like,
Yeah.
you hit all the things I needed.
And you know which show is actually pretty good if you've never seen it? The Looney Tunes show, the new one. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it
I
new
know
one?
this
Oh
is-
shit!
It's I don't think it's that recent, but I always see snippets of it online, and then I'm like, actually, this kind of humor is fucking hilarious. It's like a new revamp. Like instead of them being out in the world, I mean, in like the forest, whatever, is them in like the city in real
Right.
life, and it's fucking hilarious.
Well,
It's
there you
so
go,
good.
HBO. You just got a free ad right there. You got a
No,
free
I like it,
fucking
bro.
ad.
It's
Not a
fucking
sponsor.
funny.
Not a sponsor.
It's pretty spot on, but yeah.
But
Anyway,
Talladega Nights.
back
Talladega,
on
back
topic.
Talladega Nights. Okay. God
You're
damn
not
it.
first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Honestly, I think
love that line.
This movie, I think, for me, is one of the more quotable movies. Like,
Super quotable.
I'm like, I feel like you can use all this
I
stuff.
don't
just-
have any of them.
Like like a month ago when I was on TikTok, I would actually see all the people dressing up as Ricky Bobby and Cal. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hilarious, man.
It's pretty fucking good.
There's just it's cool, man, because like this movie, I feel like the technical aspect of the racing, it did so well. Like it just like hit, man. Like
They
those guys
fucking
know what they were filming.
knocked it out of the park,
It was sponsored
surprisingly.
by fucking ESPN. I'm pretty sure they could have got like a bunch of like film that they have and then just edited in like the cars that they were using.
Yeah.
So it was real nice,
It was full throttle, man.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. They didn't really do any of the actual driving. Will Ferrell.
Oh
Sacha
yeah,
Baron
that's
Oh, no, for sure.
way.
No, I know, but I kind of wanted them to do it a little bit. Apparently, just a little bit, details. They actually went to the speedway in, I think it was it South Carolina?
South
The Low
Carolina.
Speedway. Yeah, so they actually went there and did some test drives with the professionals.
A couple laps down
A
the
couple
lane.
laps, but they all freaked the fuck out. All of them were just they,
insane,
They
though.
couldn't handle it. No, literally, they said that there was Sacha Baron Cohen specifically said it was one of the most like unpleasant experiences he's ever
Really?
done.
Well, it's funny.
And
'cause-
he's also played Borat, and people fucking boo him, and he plays a fucking weirdo, and it's like very uncomfortable.
It's
So
the
that's saying a
G-forces,
lot.
man.
But it's funny because the newer movie Gran Turismo that came out talked about that a little bit too. I think Louis Hamilton even like when he was talking about the movie. I mean, I know he wasn't involved, or is it really a
Lewis
big part?
Hamilton?
Louis.
No,
Louis, he's
Louis
French.
Hamilton. I like. Well, we're Sacha Baron Cohen's character. I'm gonna do French too.
He is French.
But anyway, they like a lot of those Formula One and a lot of different
F1.
racers have talked about that stuff too, where they mention they're like, oh, the G-forces. It's like people think that you're just in a car, you don't have to be athletic at all, but it's like no, you have to be
in shape.
extremely.
They
in
have
shape.
to be in tip-top shape. which
You have
is
to be at
fucking
a certain
crazy.
weight all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
'Cause
it's
even,
tough
like-
for me, bro. When I'm on the freeway hitting 70,
dude.
I
hey,
can feel it.
Hey, those
I can feel it in the
G-forces
crotch.
be hitting, bro.
Yeah,
Absolutely, those hemorrhoids. They be acting and flaring up left and right, dog.
I'm struggling, bro.
That's you hit 72. You're in pain
Game
for
over.
weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean it's one of those things. I'm not even surprised that these guys didn't want to handle it. I don't think going past like 120 is definitely uncomfortable. Anything like that, going anywhere near 200 miles per hour, I'd be shitting myself. Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, no. Apparently, their goal was when they went to the speedway to beat Britney Spears' speed, which was 118 miles an hour, which they all did. Fantastic.
Wow.
But
But why is this so special to you, Isaac? Why to you? Like, what about it is like that's my movie?
That's my movie because it captures an era, man. I'm like, I feel like I remember myself coming out of high school.
10-year-old Isaac.
Nah, like I'm talking about like 14, 15. Like,
Oh, shit.
like,
Oh, you saw a little older then.
yeah, I'm like a freshman or like senior, sophomore in like high school and
That
shit.
explains a lot.
And then I'd be like fucking,
Yeah.
I'd be like, it'd be 3:15. I had to take a shit 'cause I didn't take a shit all day, and like, I would just open my door in my garage, and then I'd fucking turn on the TV. It was always on FX because I like FX. with
FX has the movies.
FX has the movies, and it's like it's right next to Comedy Central. So I would just switch back between those two channels always, and I'd be making myself some food, and then I'd just be hearing this movie in the background. It was just a fucking good time, man. I had no worries, nothing to stress about, and it was just making myself a torta and a sandwich and fucking watching Talladega Nights. Man.
Goddamn, that's good living right there.
That's fucking
That's good living.
fantastic. 06? Yeah. Good era,
Damn.
bro. What,
Yeah.
what were we, like 10?
That's the Ballad of Isaac Perona.
Yeah, man, and like it's just a fun movie. It's fucked up as hell. Like honestly, like,
Oh
it's,
yeah,
like
there's some homophobic stuff in there.
There's
There's racism, all that good stuff.
But you know what? I don't think, even though Ricky Bobby was that homophobic, he still made out with.
He kissed the man.
He kissed the man.
Only
I think.
once though.
But you know what? He opened up, and you know what? As a man, that's
hard
like
to do.
It's you got. He did it, man.
I gotta respect that.
He respected him a lot.
There is something about this type of film that I think it isn't done anymore for some reason. Like
I think-
like comedies like this are fun.
You can't do it, man.
Energetic.
Dude, it's hard.
They're actually
You-
funny.
You think the studio would fucking like go out of their way to make a movie with this much satire? Like it's homophobic, it's racist. We just talked about it. It's very they're picking on like people from the South. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Like they're going after a very specific.
Even the
genre.
way they talk about like, or the small tiny jokes about Christianity, like them talking about baby Jesus and shit like
yeah.
that. Like,
That's blasphemous.
who gives a fuck? It was funny. Maybe it wasn't like the funniest parts of the movie, but it was a lighthearted small comedy bit and
I
joke.
actually quite enjoyed it.
No, I did too. But what I'm
He's
saying
like,
is,
I paid a baby Jesus, not grown man Jesus,
Exactly.
not beard Jesus.
yeah, if you want to pray to teenage
not
Jesus or
teenage
whatever,
Jesus, yeah.
it's like I think of Jesus with the tuxedo suit, the shirt.
He's like the best kind of Jesus, the Christmas Jesus.
Yeah.
I think Jesus fought an evil samurai.
Yeah, exactly. Like something so stupid as that interaction, but so great is like nowadays everybody, even as a fucking liberal, I'm saying it, everybody's too sensitive.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, that's
Everybody's
right.
way
Yeah.
too
Nick's
sensitive.
the only liberal on this
Bro, no,
table.
you guys are racist as fuck. God, y'all should just hear what they say outside of this podcast.
Shit, this one's gonna get political.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's a great example
Yeah.
of how movies back in the day were able to
Just be
kind
fun.
of be fun, but
That's what it is. It's free. It's nothing holding it back. It's not worried about being like, oh, I don't want to like offend.
Yeah.
It's just doing whatever.
yeah.
you know?
My 5 seconds of politics are, I think, and I promise I'm keeping it short, is just more than anything, I think we just don't live in a time where we all feel ourselves so united that it goes without saying that I can make fun of my neighbor for being different than me, and it's gonna be like okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so
like you know that there isn't a bad intention behind it. It's
Exactly.
just like we're just trying to like have fun and like be stupid.
Whereas nowadays, with like people saying really crazy stuff behind a screen or stuff like that, you just don't believe it all the time, And so that's why I know it's hard. Like comedians talk about it a lot with stand-up comedy. They're like, "Oh my God, comedy's been ruined. We can't say shit." They're trying to fight back against it to some extent, but I think that has hindered like how comedy movies are made. And like I don't know. You saw my reaction to Step Brothers when we were watching that one. I love these types of movies. These movies
great,
make me
yeah.
laugh like crazy.
Was that directed by Adam McKay too? Is that the same?
I think
Probably, right?
Probably. But like, man, they just don't like. A 40-year-old Will Ferrell was just so fucking hot. Like for like between 35 and like 47, this guy was just making good
Just
fucking
making hits after
Yeah.
hit.
Absolutely.
And I think it was like, you know what? He's like, I have the money to do whatever the fuck I want. I know I can do whatever the fuck I want, and it's funny whatever I do. I'm just gonna go for it, man.
Mm-hmm. And hey, man, Will Ferrell, he went to your
He
alma
did.
matter, man.
He went
He
to
went
one
to
of
Santa Ana College.
He did, man.
Way back then.
Yeah.
He's
did?
local. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, no way.
If you look him up, he is in the people most recognized on the registry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
He's actually a friend of mine. He had his kid like doing like a soccer game, and Will Ferrell was a coach.
Oh, that's funny considering he also did that movie Kicking and Screaming.
Another good fucking food. Like that
Yeah.
one's also just.
I think you know what it is like these are actors who fucking spend like him and Adam Sandler are great examples of like, hey, let's make a fucking movie about like just the dumbest, like smallest premise ever. Like in this case, like, oh, it'd be a bunch of friends getting back together in high school, or a rich spoiled kid who is like challenged potentially or something because he's not Anchorman stuff like that. They're not going for like, oh, obscene, like cars are gonna go fly into space and we're gonna save the world like Fast and Furious or any of that shit. They're not trying to spend a lot of money. They're like, no, we're just gonna make something stupid and it's gonna be hilarious.
Elf.
Elf, Step Brothers, like
Yep.
all these movies. It's
Endless
just
examples.
so good.
Yeah, but I'm really impressed by the whole racing aspect of this. Like I
Oh,
felt like I was there, man.
The
Dude.
production value was insane for
Yeah.
something like this. Because you think about it,
Yeah.
you're like, this is a fucking satire and it's
dude,
a comedy. It's like
the,
they don't
the
need to go.
cinematography for the racing track on the racing track.
They
was
didn't
crazy.
need to go this hard for this fucking movie.
I'm telling
like,
you right now, anybody that's listening, watch Drive to Survive on Netflix. There's 7 seasons of it. It is so fucking good. Like if you like that level of cinematography, this is like 10 times that.
Yeah.
I literally did not care for F1
No,
whatsoever
not sponsored.
until I watched that, and I was like,
And now I
holy
follow
shit.
it like on a weekly
No,
basis.
yeah.
Like I'm looking at the results. I'm looking at
That's crazy.
dude.
Yeah,
like
that is
it honestly changed my
I gotta
mind.
jump on it.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
And beyond the driving cinematography, I mean, I was talking to you a little bit about it, Alexis. It felt like every time that Ricky and John were on the screen together, they were purposely, like, the camera work was so funny because they just kept pinning them up like they weren't, like, rivals, but like they were romantic interests.
Yeah.
Like, it was always a close-up on their faces. And like the movie was giving it away that they were gonna kiss eventually, like because it was trying to build up this sexual tension that is just so fucking funny.
You know what's
The entire
even
time.
better? The fact that like they bring in this love interest where he's clearly like, you know, on the spectrum. He has a partner and he's gay, and the fact that
because he's gay that he's on the
No, no, no.
He's gay and he's on a spectrum.
no, he's on the LGBTQ like, you know, spectrum.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
come on,
Bro, I
man.
thought you were trying
No,
to
no,
say.
no, but it's hilarious. No, yeah, you're fucking listen. The fact that it's NASCAR and they're like historically like conservative, very
yeah,
just like,
that's right.
and then they make him the lead guy, like he's the one winning the races, and he's the
That-
face of NASCAR. That's fucking hilarious. It's
That's,
like.
I mean, that's something that would be the most controversial thing, I think, for like the
But you-
conservative. Like, wow,
They
gay guys winning.
barely banned fucking the conservative flags in
Oh,
NASCAR like recently.
Confederate-
So-
Hey,
Confederate.
George,
Yeah.
you know why it was okay in the movie? Because if you're not first, you're last, and he was just winning. He was
It's true.
He
No,
was
but I
winning.
just
That makes
think that
100%
level of
sense.
humor is so like it's great because it's like you don't even it's a forethought almost, but then you realize I'm like NASCAR is historically like
Right.
they're so opposed to like anything like that, and it's hilarious that now he's the face of it.
And
like,
that's the thing
fucking-
that the comedy is smart. Like it does think about these things, and it's just
And
like
it-
little hints. You
but
know?
it does have like stupid shit like shake and bake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not throwing shit in your face to try
No,
to like
no.
say something. You know? It's just there.
except for the sponsorships, which that was
Right,
hilarious.
but
It
Yeah,
was
I-
hilarious.
I-
the Big
no.
Red.
I do wanna
If
go
you're
to
not chewing
Applebee's.
Big Red, fuck you. Like what the
or the Twinkie on the fucking windshield.
that Chinese was hella racist. Though.
Yeah.
I
That
will
was
say that.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
I don't think that was real Chinese.
yeah, but it's also like that's literally what they do in NASCAR. They're literally like plastering it on
Yeah.
every little surface of
Hey,
all
man,
of
you gotta
it.
get that
So
money.
Yeah, it's all ads, huh?
that's how they make the revenue. I mean,
Well,
like
the
how else
F1
would they
too,
be
man,
able to
like-
do all that?
It's like you're going
Yeah.
so fast, I can't see it.
Oh, but the thing is, when they slow down the cameras.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff,
with the
right,
camera
that's how
work, I think you
Yeah.
can. It's
At
clear.
the pit stop.
Yeah, it's when that
Pit
car is at the pit stop when it's
Shoo, shoo.
up there after it's won the race.
Yeah.
That's when it pays
Or like
off.
that's why Rolex continues to sponsor, you know, like Pirelli tires and stuff.
Yeah.
Not NASCAR,
No,
but F1.
But
yeah.
but dude, like this film has like major reach. Like even somebody like as Christopher Nolan, all right, he did Oppenheimer. Talladega
Yeah.
Nights is one of his favorite films.
Oh, I did not.
because he's
know
a
that.
fucking G.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that guy knows what's fucking good, dude.
Dude,
That's
it's
a man of culture right
just-
And
there.
I get it.
It's just fun.
It's
just
also
fun.
like one of the most quoted movies. I feel like as that I don't recognize always like how quoted. Like I was going through this,
Yeah.
and like there's the obvious ones like the "You don't go put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby" or whatever.
Shake and bake.
like shake and bake and shit like
Yeah.
that. Where I'm like, I remember this from the movie specifically, but there were so many little quotes that I'm like thinking back. I'm like, oh shit, people say that and they don't even probably realize that it's from this movie. It's just at this point become something that's like a
I
normal
think-
weird thing to say.
You're spot on because I think I've caught myself saying shit like this, like
Yeah.
or hearing other people say it and then me just repeat it, and I had no idea this is where it
Absolutely.
fucking
Yeah, me
stems
too.
from.
Like I'd always be like Ricky Bobby, but I forgot that it was from
Well, like
Talladega.
even the like with all due respect, like and then saying something completely fucking out of pocket. Like I don't think
He's like,
that-
you can't just say that and then say whatever the fuck
He's
you
like,
want.
no, I
That's
said
not
it with all
okay.
due respect. Like yeah, like
He's like, yes, it can. That's how that
works. Like that's what I did. But I think it's just like I don't think it was from another movie before this. I don't remember it. Maybe I'm wrong, and you can leave a comment if I am.
No, but I think that's a cultural thing though. Like people have been saying that forever. I think.
Yeah, but it's
With all
just
due
so
respect.
funny. With
Yeah.
all due
Shut
respect,
the
you're
fuck
wrong,
up.
George. Don't fucking correct me
yeah,
in my
shut the
podcast.
fuck up.
This probably popularized it a lot more for
Yeah.
sure. Like there's no way it did
So
it.
I'm gonna read a few that we've missed. Absolutely, ma'am. I love to sign your baby. I was gone for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, when he was fucking when they fucking
Oh, yeah.
replaced his ass.
His wife got
yeah, his wife,
remarried.
yeah,
well, like
fucking
already divorced
bounced.
him, and That was fucked up.
Everyone turn away. Things are gonna get crazy. We're gonna do animal noises.
So that was with the Amy Adams.
That was with Amy Adams being in this
Adams.
film was also fucking such a like. I've just completely blocked it out of my my being. I didn't
your
realize.
body.
Well, yeah, my body, because Amy Adams can do things for your body.
Yeah,
But-
big time.
What do
Big
you
time.
say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
What do you say we get thrown out of an apple?
Still got to go to one.
Yeah.
Still gotta go to one. But don't help me, Jesus, help me, Jewish God, help me, Allah, help me, Tom Cruise. That one's good too. It's such a good fucking movie. I mean, and it's crazy too. Like you were saying, like Amy Adams being in this film. Like thinking about how like certain actors and actresses were like cameos in a lot of these like big actor like Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell's earlier movies, and now all of a sudden they're become like stars on their own and stuff like that.
Yeah, like it's interesting seeing like Jane Lynch, who
Yeah.
was his mom.
Dude, I love Jane Lynch.
Like,
She's a
she
great
became
actress.
like really big, and of course Amy Adams, like super young.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in it too. Like they
Yeah.
got
Oh,
real
yeah, that's right,
drivers.
he was.
Yeah,
it was-
people are so happy to be part of these projects with these actors who just want to make something fun.
Mhm.
And you know, it's what's really like Michael Clark Duncan was also a great
Oh,
example
dude,
of
rest
like
in peace,
rest in
man.
peace.
He's a fucking
But
fantastic.
Seeing
actor.
that these guys like are so attached to working with these actors and then coming like into these older or newer movies, they actually want to come back now that they have some star power and work alongside like Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler and all these other comedic geniuses. It just goes to show that even they believe in kind of like their vision of like, hey, I want to make something that's funny, that's lighthearted, but isn't afraid to.
and I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's just fun, man.
This
Like,
dim a deal is dim a done.
But yeah, I mean, this movie's so big. Like, there's even a fucking article in Wikipedia about this film called Real World Homage, which is where people actually like did shit that was in the movie. And I guess in 2009, one of the 2 Sprint Cup Series races at Talladega Super Speedway, somebody actually got out of the car and fucking ran across the finish line, like on foot.
Damn,
Wait,
that's
because of the movie, or
hilarious.
is that something that actually happened?
Because of
before?
the movie, yeah. Because let's see, it was fucking Carl Edwards. All right, I know nothing about this sport, but he said I'm a Will Ferrell fan. He did that at the end of Talladega Nights.
you know what's
Sounds
another good
accurate.
quote? Is like, I piss greatness. Nobody can hang with me. I was like,
Yeah.
I
Every
piss-
morning I wake up and I piss greatness.
It was excellent.
Excellent. That's what it is. Yeah.
oh,
And we're already misquoting. We just fucking.
And I feel like,
Come on, man.
I shit you not. I swear to God, fucking
Shit me.
David Goggins or some of these fucking assholes that think they're better than me, even though they are,
they're
have
not.
fucking said that shit too. They're like, you got to piss excellence or something like that. I have to imagine like
See,
at this
but
point,
that's,
it's a Mandela
that's the
effect.
problem. They're not a satire. They're being like straight,
Like, no,
like
straight
dead
up.
ass. Like that's what they mean.
Run an ultra marathon in the morning and piss excellence and blood,
Yeah.
both.
I don't know. I feel like David Goggins lies about all that shit he's gone through. He has to.
No,
man.
yeah, David Goggins can say what he wants.
the fuck
that
is David
motherfucker's
Goggins?
Crazy.
He's
Oh,
like
man.
this ex-Navy
Carry
SEAL
the-
dude.
Who's gonna carry the boats, Alexis?
Yeah.
Who's gonna carry the
boats, Alexis?
Alexis,
Look at me.
Alexis,
Look
we're
me in the
fucking.
eyes.
We're
carrying
35
the
miles
boats?
inland, Alexis. Who's gonna carry the boats? Huh?
Man, I don't fucking know, man.
Think about it. How often do you need a boat? All the time. Who's carrying it? Not me.
Not me.
That's the problem.
Honestly, Gator could probably take the boat himself.
But yeah,
That
I
was
don't
good.
know.
That was good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
How are you not an actor?
I piss
You
excellence.
should be.
Dude, I don't know, but I think we haven't had like a loose movie like this going up on the pod in a while.
It's
And
so loose it echoes.
Yeah, man, and there's not much to talk about about this movie because it's just like
Because it's just good, man.
It's
What else is there to say?
Well, I mean, I
Nothing
like
critical about it.
I even like the little things like the jokes, like the small lighthearted jokes about like I forget what his character's name is.
the granddad.
John C. Riley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Cal?
Cal,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I keep thinking Carolyn or his wife or whatever,
Yeah.
but Cal, how he talks about how he's feeling like shut down and stuff like that. Like even that is like a joke, but it's like, oh, that's a real feeling dudes feel sometimes when they feel like in the shadow, or women too, honestly.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I'm in this person's shadow and they're not letting me out. My friend is pushing me down, and like his whole thing is like, yep, I'm just going to bury it deep inside. Like that was just so funny. He's like, yep, bury it.
That's what's funny too about this movie is that it's clearly making fun of like gay people, but then the main characters themselves are very tender with each other.
Yes.
and they're like maybe a step away from being like actual lovers.
Exactly.
But I feel like their relationship isn't really played for laughs. It's more like like men can be like this.
Yeah, you can be like extremely loving. Like they kept saying, "I love you."
Yeah.
Like-
He's like what? No, never mind, man. Good
yeah.
luck.
Yeah, I love you, Cal, and stuff like that, and just yelling that when he was on fire and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was.
He
all
wasn't
great.
on fire.
Or when Cal's like,
Those are real.
and in the final race at Talladega, he's having all these confusing thoughts because Ricky Bobby said, "I'm sorry."
He's like, what is he playing at? What is he
What's
trying to
going
do?
on?
Those are the ones I
playing
was
mind
just
games?
reading as far as quotes too. They're just him being like, wait, I'm confused, like what's going on and stuff like that. Like talking to his pit driver, it's just or pit boss. It's just so funny to think like all these little like undertones of not understanding how to deal with your emotions and being like almost like closeted, and then dealing with the fact that there's actually like a gay guy in front of you, and like back in the day, especially in that conservative time period where they didn't accept
that would
shit.
have never happened.
No,
Hell no.
they would have never let that guy on the road, no matter how good he was.
You know, the entire movie felt like there was going to be this big payoff where it's like he learned a lesson, you know, it's like a big, you know, arc and everything. But, I mean, it teeter-totter back and forth between them. But, like, even the relationship he had is with his dad, right? Like, you're like, oh, shit, the dad finally came for the tickets. He's been holding them forever. And then immediately turns around and starts trying to sell them. Yeah, like, that fucking, oh, my God.
Dude,
that was gold.
A really good scene I thought it was hilarious when Cal calls Will Ferrell's character. He's like, hey man, I think your house is haunted.
Oh yeah. Somebody's like, get out.
He's like, Cal, don't be crazy. It's a brand new house.
See, but it's like
But
they're
what
just
was
like
the source? I kind of want to know. I have.
there's like random shit like that has like zero connection to anything, but it's fucking hilarious, and it doesn't matter because it's just funny.
Yeah,
you know. And God, I just miss that.
You know, I just thought about another one, the one we were talking about earlier, George. I'm like just going through so many of these quotes that are so amazing, you know. And one of the ones I wanted to talk about are the characters, is the kids too, who are so fucking underrated in this movie.
They are.
And like the little things that people say adjacent to them, like I didn't catch this, but the grandma was literally saying, "How many more times are you gonna toss me the radio in the bathtub?" Like try to kill me.
Trying to kill.
And she's like, "This is analog, you fucking idiot. Like it's not gonna work. It's not connected."
I think those kids got the most character development.
Oh, absolutely. And we were looking up the cast list. I think the oldest one, his cast picture is his mugshot.
Oh, I saw
which is
that.
fucking hilarious
Yeah.
too. So I want to know what the story behind that is. But even what I was gonna say was the quotes. One of the ones that I hear before is the "I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew." Like, I've heard kids say this shit, and I never knew that was really from this. And I'm just like,
but
oh,
honestly,
shit.
they probably are.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, this guy was on Baja Blast, man,
bro,
100%.
I had some earlier, actually. Fucking,
I haven't had Baja Blast in a long time.
You don't want Baja Blast.
I'm
I
about
want
a
it.
Baja
I want
Blast.
it.
You'll be pissing excellent, buddy. Okay.
That's exactly.
Hey, dude, you gotta have every Baja Blast like it's your Baja Blast. You know what I'm saying?
But now, as a racing film, though, where does it rank? Because
Oh,
there's a lot of good ones. There's Ford versus Ferrari.
Ford versus
Yeah.
Ferrari's
I just
Thunder.
watched Gran
Days of
Turismo.
Thunder.
That was actually not that bad, surprisingly.
Gran
I heard
Turismo.
good things about it.
Yeah,
There's
it was
Speed
pretty
Racer.
I actually like.
I
Speed
like
Racer.
Speed Racer.
I don't know why
Speed
people. Why I
Racer.
got such bad reviews.
I think it was just not. It was just too weird at the time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
ahead of its time.
I love that shit.
It aged well. I watched it the other day. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, like the special effects and
It
everything.
was cool.
So
I
creative.
think it kind of turned into more of a it has a little bit of a cult following, and not
Yeah.
too much, but it's like the visuals and everything on it are pretty decent, especially
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
time.
And
Like,
it's based off of
I think
anime, right?
Kind of similar to
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. It might have its revival
Yeah,
eventually, and
yeah.
people really like it.
it has a lot of that like neo glow.
The
just
original
fucking
Fast and the
crazy.
Furious movie.
But I think it's
I do
hard.
like the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The first, in my opinion, like the first 4 or 5 films, you can still enjoy very
The
much.
They
first,
feel
Yeah,
real.
the
but
first five. The first.
Those,
five.
five
they
is
were still
enjoyable.
about racing and cars at that point.
Well,
And
even
then-
when it stopped, like Fast 5 is not about racing at all.
But it was good, though.
It was
Oh, that was, like,
interesting.
the
Well,
whole-
I didn't
that
think it
was
went
like
up to
FBI
5. For me, it was like
yeah,
first
yeah. That was
3,
awesome.
probably.
Oh yeah. But what I was saying was like it is a little unfair to put this up as a racing film fully, because it's like arguably.
It's making
First
fun
and
of racing movies.
foremost,
fun of
it's a
racing.
fucking comedy.
Yeah.
That's what it
But
is.
I feel like it's a better racing film than like a few others that have attempted.
But that's just because it has a
better.
better storyline, not because it's got actually better racing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
I
that's.
thought the racing was pretty sick.
Well, I mean,
though.
it's got like okay. So
No,
here's.
you remember when it had me asking me? I was like, "Yo, are they using actual fucking
Yeah.
like
Well,
cars?"
I'm telling you
and
right now, you
fucking
guys haven't
flipping
mentioned the
this and
best
everything?
racing film, which is Cars.
Whoa.
Cars is fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal.
How did I forget?
Dude.
Cars
Yeah.
3, Cars 2 was great.
I love Mater.
I love Cars. Well, actually, Cars 3 wasn't that good, but
Yeah.
Cars 3 made me sad, which is why I didn't like it.
Yeah, like
But
him,
Cars-
him retiring.
Yeah, it was rough. But yeah, those. I mean, that's like a better example of showing. Obviously, it's animated, so you're not really getting the crazy like the vibration of the screen when they're passing by really
Yeah.
fast. Which is
No,
really-
the
a
chick,
really cool
she
thing.
was like, I love the vibration
Yeah,
running
it's-
up my legs.
That was good, dude. That wife too, kissing
Dude,
the old man. I forget
Oh,
these
yeah, that
scenes.
was
They're
so
so
random.
good.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, she's great, man. That actress. She was. You guys.
I hope you'll pardon my
Superstar?
erection
That
while
was a good
we're
one.
filming this podcast. What did he say?
Well, he's like,
Yeah.
this
Don't mind the
erection isn't
erection.
because of you, or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not because of you.
Yeah. Dude, but honestly, shout out to fucking Owen Wilson because his career is doing pretty good. I think with Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why? Because
He's
of Cars.
I think Loki.
Yeah, he's good in Loki, man.
Yeah.
Mobius. God, he was so good in that final episode.
I haven't seen it, but
No spoilers for anybody.
spoilers,
no
spoilers.
Owen Wilson, he was McQueen, was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Ka-chow.
shit. You know what?
Ka-chow.
I'm barely
It's
seeing it now.
ka-chow.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe I didn't hear this.
Wow.
Hey, you know whose career blew up off of that too?
Larry the Cable Guy?
Larry the Cable Guy. He
Oh,
just
hey,
made
whatever
it.
happened to that guy?
he's
Dude,
making fucking Pixar money. He doesn't need to
bro,
work anymore.
there was a really heartfelt interview that he had about how like excited he was when like Disney reached out to him to do Mater, and look, he's like tearing up, and it's like a very heartfelt
Dude,
like
and-
interview.
and
It's so
he's-
great though. It's so fucking
so
good.
he
Like,
auditioned
good
for
him.
it, and then they didn't call him for like 6 to 8 months.
Oh,
And he was just like, am I gonna get it? And they're like, so
I probably lost that one.
So he was supposed to play like a really small role, but they liked him so much that they rewrote the script to have him in there.
oh, is that why it took so long?
That's why they took it. He was like shitting bricks until he finally got the call to like, hey,
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I heard a different story. I heard that they called him out of the blue, and then they told him like, hey, there's this part or whatever that you're gonna do, and then he didn't even know like they had already chosen him. They basically said like, no, you don't have to like read or anything like script, like basically.
That's why
These are
waited,
two
like,
different
yeah.
stories right here.
No,
And I
but
don't
that's
know
what
who
I
to
heard.
believe.
I don't know
I
which
don't
is
know who to
more
believe.
accurate. We'll fact check it, but yeah, I
the guy
heard he
with
got
the
role,
Yankees
and he
hat
was
or the
like-
guy with the Tykes shirt. I don't know who to believe.
I don't know. I don't know. But nonetheless, he's good. He's a good voice actor.
Nah, dude, he's good people, bro. Like you could tell from like that interview, everything. He's so fucking amped. Like
he's
that shit was
still
great.
dresses. He dresses in Crocs. Fucking
Bro, he could have
camo.
been in this movie too. He would have
should have been in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Larry Cable
Yeah.
Guy would have been fucking hilarious in this movie. There's like we never really talk about that too. How many like actors like you're like fuck that was a missed opportunity for like directors to
dude,
not
for
cast that people.
Dude,
yeah.
but I think it's like
Interesting idea.
what I like about this movie is it still it has like a bunch of actors that are willing to go for like the craziness, like that the bald dude, like that guy's always in Will Ferrell movies.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know what his name. He wasn't he in like Ballers?
Uh,
He was in Hot Tub Time Machine.
no, not that guy.
It's not the same guy.
What ball guy?
The tall bald guy that was an
He-
Anchorman.
He was one of the helpers, right?
Yeah.
He was on team. He wasn't in Hot Tub Time Machine.
No.
David Koechner. He
Yeah.
plays Herschel. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in a lot of those movies.
He's hilarious.
Andy Richter was in this shit too. I didn't even notice Andy Richter to be honest.
I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen as the antagonist in this
Yeah.
fucking
Was
chef's
perfect.
kiss. Chef's kiss. Dude. It was-
French
Did he-
asshole.
Had he already done Borat by the time this movie?
that's what I was gonna see. Is I don't know if
Yeah, I
he's
don't know.
if this was like his like
He was greasy though.
intro into being weird Sacha Baron Cohen, or if this was post Borat. Because post Borat, you
Oh,
can't fucking say nothing.
No, it's the same year.
Oh my God,
Wow,
that was a good year. That was a good year. For him.
No, but it was a good year for comedy for sure. I mean, it was probably the start of like the raunchiest comedy
Oh,
we've seen in
yeah.
a long
Sacha
time.
Baron Cohen was in Madagascar.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
him.
right.
Who was
he
he?
was.
I'm looking through his movies right now, and yeah, see Talladega Nights in
Isn't it
Oh,
so
wait, he was
fu-
King Julian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Julian?
Yeah.
Isn't it so
Julian.
fucking funny that they
Here's King
still give
Julian.
this guy shots?
Actually, that
at
makes
kids
a lot more
movies?
sense.
Yeah.
They're like, how do they still give him shots at kids movies after Borat?
I know, right?
They're like, you know what? This guy
Well, 'cause
showed
he's
his
playing a
fucking
character.
full-on
Yeah, but
penis,
he's
whatever.
playing fucking characters. Bro. I mean, Bruno, fucking Borat.
The Dictator's hilarious. Too.
Dictator,
Yeah.
yeah.
We gotta do a Sacha Baron Cohen.
He was in
movie.
Anchorman too. Man, he was in both
Wow.
Anchormans. I
Really?
don't remember.
I don't remember in the first one.
That's what Google's saying right now. But
I haven't seen both
either way,
Anchormans, not
either
gonna
way,
lie.
man. This
You
is,
haven't seen the Anchormans?
I've seen.
dude.
first
Come
one.
We got
on,
some more
dude.
stuff for you to watch,
Isaac,
my
he
guy.
slapped the shit out of him right now.
Dude, honestly, dude. And I'm bulked
Hey,
up
it's
right
no
now.
nut November. Beat
Hey,
his
wait,
dick.
when
Beat his
was
dick.
Anchorman? That was a little bit later, right? Like
2011, 12.
11,
Oh,
12.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
Good
Good
times.
times.
How did you guys actually feel about his accent in this movie?
I mean,
It was
bad.
hilarious.
It was so bad, but
But
it
it
was
was
like
hilarious, yeah.
intentionally,
Yeah.
like it was.
There was times where I
Ricky
was
Bobby.
getting like a little annoyed of it, but I think it was only when it wasn't as exaggerated. Like when he said Ricky Bobby, it was funny every time.
Yeah.
But
Ricky
when it
Bobby.
started to feel like he was not purposely doing a poor French accent,
Like
you
he
know what
was
I'm saying?
like he was doing a French
Like-
caricature.
Like he was just trying to do a French accent and bad at it versus trying to purposely do a bad
Right.
French accent. Like that's the slippery slope you play when
Yeah, and I
you
feel like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I
that's
mean,
just
it's like-
really
it's
bad
hard to
French
maintain that.
representation, you know?
Dude, this
Yeah,
dude
'cause
went to
they
Cambridge.
deserve
He's,
such
he's
good-
representing the whole
Hey,
nation.
we represented
the-
them 3 fucking
He went to
times.
Cambridge?
with fucking-
Yeah, what the
That
fuck?
sounds about right. That makes sense.
But he's a
The
genius.
before
Bro,
trilogy,
he's a
they've gotten
fucking
enough
genius.
good fucking shit from us with the
Way
before
too.
trilogy.
He's
We've given
literally
gotta
them
bring him down.
the
Yeah,
now we
master
gotta
of
put him fucking
satire.
down.
Like, Formula
From Le How do we go to this from Talladega Nights?
Hey,
I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about. It's just like
It's just a good movie,
there's
guys.
not
Just watch
much
the
you
movie.
can fix or like
just
comment on because it's just
whenever
good.
we get a chance, we're gonna
It's
talk
just
about
good
buff
comedy.
dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Any
Like, we're
chance
just-
we get.
All right.
Do you want to do the letterbox reviews?
I think let's talk about what was our favorite scene.
Okay, let's do that.
Honestly, I my favorite scene of this movie is the way it started with Ricky Bobby being born in the back of the car.
And they use this in
Oh, yeah.
typical
They use
force
it,
from the
yeah.
vehicle and then stomping on the
Centripetal
brake.
force.
Isn't that when it just object
No.
motion?
That was
I
just
remember one
break.
time I had this whole conversation with him in Cars Land about centripetal force.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the correct terminology,
It'd
Alexis?
just be breaking.
You're the
Yeah,
science
no,
guy.
yeah,
Sudden-
they just broke
sudden
real fast.
deceleration.
I'm not a
Yeah.
physicist.
It's just
So an object in motion stays.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what I'm describing? What is it
No,
then?
man,
George-
centripetal force.
George,
is
if
some
you,
whole
if
other
you couldn't
thing.
get the
It's
movie
an
of last
old
week,
thing.
man, I don't think you should go into
we just talked
Hey,
about
last
how
week's
easy
movie
this
was just confusing. All right, you
You're-
can't
you're over
fucking
here
blame
like-
me on this.
He's over here like this movie was easy. I'm gonna add physics to it. We could just keep. We could keep
No,
it-
but that shit was hilarious though.
It
It
was
was a
good.
perfect way to fucking start
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It brought
What
him
would
into
have
this
been
world
funny
speeding.
is I can imagine the whole movie he had a dent on his head or something. And he fucking hit that fucking, like that would have been funny for me.
He just has to keep his helmet on at all times.
All right, Alexis, what's your favorite scene of the movie?
The I love crepes scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where he breaks his arm.
Yeah, where he breaks his arm. Just
Say it. Say you love thin pancakes.
Just say
They're
I
gonna
love
know
small
it's crepes.
pancakes.
He's like, that's actually a pretty reasonable compromise.
Yeah,
I
it's like,
think
yeah,
we're-
I love that.
He's
I
like, no,
love that
fuck it,
shit.
take it.
they're gonna know I mean crepes.
He's like, but you love crepes.
Well,
He's
even
like,
like-
I do love crepes, but
Even the scene
not
right
gonna say
before
it.
I'm not
about
gonna say, man.
talking shit on jazz music and shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm American because we're in America.
What have Americans given to the world? Chinese food,
That would be the Chinese.
pizza.
That's from
Oh, it's
Italy.
Italians.
Actually, the pizza was made here. Actually,
No, it wasn't.
It was made in Canada.
Nah, you
No,
can't.
no, no.
All right,
Isaac, you
whatever.
can't say that shit.
No, sorry. It was Hawaiian pizza that was made in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, fun
I
fact.
don't know.
Okay,
Hawaiian.
now that's a fun fact.
And I think it was actually a Chinese man from Canada that made Hawaiian pizza. It's something crazy like that. Like it's such
All
fun.
right.
I
It
like
is-
that.
All right, Nick,
like
what's
that.
your favorite scene? Come on.
I
wait.
love the hospital scene where he is fucking.
Oh, the
He's
legs?
like, I'm paralyzed from the waist down. I hope your kids. What was it? Like, I hope your kids get into sports, professional sports, and then lose their legs.
He's like, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
God, he went hard on that.
You
Too.
got to, man.
Yeah.
And
He's
then,
so
like,
I believed it.
and when he stabs,
and
when
then
he
they
stabs
stab
the
him?
leg, he's like, I'll get another one to pry it out.
Yeah. He's like, no, cut around me. Cut around me.
Cut around me.
He's like, I can walk. I can.
No, that.
All right,
that's
George.
fucked up.
What's
No,
your
my favorite fucking scene that literally made me cackle was when his dad came for the tickets finally.
Oh, I know.
He turns right around and he's like, selling
I
them.
got
He's
hard.
like, two
I got two
tickets.
Fucking scalp.
Bro, it caught me so off guard. I
Hey,
thought
man.
it was a wholesome moment. I'm literally like, oh shit.
you know-
like,
That's because that's George.
He
Right
needs
there.
to buy
George
that
Wood.
beer.
Well, I
George
think
Wood.
it recognizes that the industry always likes to force a wholesome moment at the end of the movie, like a redemption arc.
no, that's what made it so
Yeah.
great because
Yeah.
I literally,
It's
it was
like,
out of
no.
left fucking field. I was like, shut the fuck up. There's
Yeah.
no way they just
I
did
feel like
this.
nobody got better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it kind of stayed the same.
They literally like threw away a wholesome moment
I
for
think Ricky
a
Bobby got a
throwaway
little bit better.
joke.
The kids also got a redemption
Oh
arc.
my god.
Well,
the-
yeah, just the kids. But,
Alright.
you know, the main players,
Alright.
though.
All right, let's go into letterbox review.
All right. Letterbox reviews.
Letterbox.
All right. Raul Menon. 4 stars. Ricky Bobby, You Taste of America. Supposedly one of Chris Nolan's favorite comedy movies. I already said that. I guess it's because Will Ferrell goes round and round and in reverse in his car. I think that's a joke about Tenet.
Yeah, that's a pretty good joke.
Yeah. Moving on. Nothing to say about that one. This is by MJ with the 8 ball. 3 stars.
Wow, that's crazy.
Whoa.
See what you got to say.
All right,
MJ.
let's see what they
It
got.
better be good.
Like this way more than Anchorman, and I thought Will Ferrell was 10 times more funny in this as well. Wasn't wildly entertaining throughout, but it had some funny moments that kept me smirking at least. Also, Sacha Baron Cohen's accent in this is so damn bad, it's the funniest thing in the whole movie. Laughing emoji.
Why are you bringing in an accent?
I don't know, man. It's coming out of me. It's coming out of
It's
me.
got to come out, bro.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Especially
3
with
stars.
especially with that
But
hair.
wait, I
What's wrong
don't.
with the hair?
I'm upset, MJ.
You look like a lesbian.
It's gonna give something for Nick to pull on.
I'm
Just-
upset.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm trying to grow
I'll
it
slap
out.
his
I'm
bald
gonna
head if I
style
need
it,
to.
all right? There's a purpose for this.
But I can't believe you, MJ. As much as I appreciate you writing the letterbox review, I think at the end of the day, how did you not explain why 6? Said it was funny. Said you enjoyed it more than Anchorman. Said there was a lot of good points. Didn't give me.
Yeah,
a negative.
everything was good.
Where's the
It's better than
negative?
Anchorman.
It was a typo. He missed.
Will Ferrell is 10 times more
Is
funny.
it 3
bro.
stars out
They
of 5?
just say wasn't wildly entertaining throughout, which, come on, really?
But you know what? I think
There's really no dull moment. Like,
there's not a
Yeah.
dumb, but I think you know what? It is fun to like. I think we're a little bit more biased because we're watching as a group and we're
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the energy in the room.
We can pick up the energy
you
ourselves.
can't
when it's
watch it
adult.
on your own. This is one of those movies that you either have to watch at the theaters when it comes out, watch it in a group, or with friends. Like,
Yeah.
if you're watching this by yourself, it's like
You're really alone.
the
buddy.
energy's not
Yeah.
there.
Sorry, bud. All right, next.
Get some friends,
Oswaldo
bud.
Jones, 3.5. Not as funny as Step Brothers, but that one joke with his father in the ticket may just be one of the funniest punchlines in the movie.
See,
that was George right there.
Dude, that's
George.
George. My
just
thoughts
George.
fucking exactly. What was his name?
Oswaldo Jones.
Hats off,
Oh,
Oswaldo.
God, he
Good
sounds
shit.
like I'm
Damn,
being
that's
just
the
like
guy.
Oswaldo, you're a man of culture, I
That's
see.
the guy right there.
He
All
sounds
right.
like he changed his name. Let's be fucking for real.
I know, right?
What that name is,
Oswaldo?
Waldo.
All right,
Where's
last
Waldo?
one. Last one, Matt Lynch. This is a review from 2016.
Oh, that's
Wow,
an old
7 years
yeah.
later, here we are.
Yeah.
We were just specking our daddy's balls.
And that's 10 years after this movie was released, too.
Oh,
so-
that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
shit.
All right. Quotes. His paralysis. His paralysis is psychosomatic. McKay's best looking movie, not like stubborn American masculinity, isn't a fairly soft target, but this is a solid. Oh my God, this is
Bro.
a word. These are words here.
You're struggling right
I'm
now.
struggling right now.
You're like, it's like hey,
Next review.
No.
no, that's it.
For the audience at home, he's reading this as if Ricky Bobby was.
Yeah, I'm
attempting to
trying.
read.
I'm feeling
So
stupid.
he's in that mode. He's like, I can't read these words.
All right, last sentence of this review. Also consistently hilarious on top of whatever all that bullshit means. Matt Lynch. That's a lot of words.
What do you give
Matt
it?
Lynch
4 out of
movie.
5?
He gave it a 4 stars.
All right.
Respectable.
Respect.
That's good. I like
Respect.
it. Nothing bad to say.
All right, George. What did you think this movie was to you?
No, I liked it a lot. Face value, it's hilarious. It's something easy to watch, digest. Like you guys said, in a group setting with good friends, it's a great fucking laugh.
friends.
I don't think there's really any criticisms. I mean, honestly,
So then why don't you give it a 10 out of 10?
I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because comedies are not my favorite types of genres, but this is for a specific audience, and I fall within that group, but it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 for me, ever. So I think I'm going to give it close to like 8. I'll give it an 8.
8.
It's really good.
Boom.
It's a great
Boom.
movie.
Solid.
Fantastic. Made me laugh. Really good,
All right, we got
just
it, bro.
one-liners,
All right,
everything.
All right, we got it.
Moving on.
Ultra quotable.
Alexis, what'd you think?
8 out of 10. I'm not going to talk as much as George. It's just good. All right, Nick.
No,
There's not much to
give me a
say.
little bit. Give me a little bit. What do you like?
I mean, did you see me laughing? Did
That's
you hear
right,
me
yeah.
laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 out of 10. All right,
Okay.
Nick.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. I still,
Shit.
I think Step Brothers is still my favorite Will Ferrell movie, but
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
one's just like
I
it
think this
delivers
one's
on
a
so
notch
much.
It's up
above.
there. I think it's better than Step
I think it's
Brothers.
better than Step Brothers.
I mean, hey, to each their own. I think
I
for
think
me,
it's better than Anchorman, too.
I think it's okay to be wrong, Nick.
I agree. It's
You're wrong.
better. I agree. It's better than Anchorman. My whole thing is just the reason why I love.
I like
Step
Anchorman
Brothers.
2 better though.
Fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My reasoning for liking Step Brothers so much more than anything is just because I feel like they really delivered on the raunchy comedy. Like they were not afraid to say some fucking out of pocket shit.
You
in that
see
movie.
Will Ferrell's balls?
Exactly. You
I
see,
know.
you do a lot of
Yeah.
crazy shit, and like that's where like I'm saying like I know that I love that
Catalina
type
wine
of shit.
mixer.
So that's why
Yeah.
that's why it was my favorite. But this one's a great movie. 8 out of 10 for sure.
Solid.
He
8 out
loves
of
the
10.
raunch.
All right, now the
No
host.
buffalo.
This is your
No
movie.
buffalo
What do
sauce.
you give it?
I give it a 7.5.
Wow.
And the
Less
re-
than us?
What the fuck?
You're a hard rater. man. What
Motherfucker,
the
you were
fuck?
the one that was like making us
No, like-
watch this. Like,
No, but see,
you would not stop talking
Yeah,
about
what the
it.
fuck?
no, I love this movie, but the reason I think this is a man movie.
This
I've
guy-
been played. Wait, can I change my fucking?
I was played.
If he gives it a 7.5, like I can't give it higher than that. You fucking love this movie.
Yeah, I thought you were going to give it like a 9 or something.
No.
You know, you can just rate off of your own opinion.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about others.
No, but now I feel
be
like
an
it's-
individual, George. Can
now
you
like
be an
looking
individual?
at it,
person?
I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? Comparatively,
Yeah, I give it because you know what? It's a man movie, and I think if you're a lady gonna watch the movie, you're not gonna like it. Like,
Wait. That's why you don't give it a higher score because you're thinking about the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
But this is about you, man. Who gives a fuck about that?
Hey,
It's your opinion.
This is
Isaac
my
is a
fucking
feminist,
rating.
all right?
Okay? This is my
Doesn't
rating.
sound like it.
It is.
Because you're thinking about other people. It's about your mind.
I know,
You're
but-
laughing your ass off.
I was.
Hey,
watching
Isaac is a feminist.
You were quoting
He
the
is
hell out of
enough, all right?
this.
Yeah. Like
He's
I
gonna-
like. But the thing is, I wouldn't put this movie like if our girlfriends or our wives were here because they'd probably fucking be on
That's
this.
not what
No,
we're
but
asking,
what
bro.
does that have to do with your rating, though?
Yeah,
Like,
that's got nothing
Because
to do with you.
No, because I think a female wouldn't like this movie.
But are you a female?
okay, well, maybe he's thinking the general
Guys,
perspective. He's
to
like,
quote one of our ginger little buddies, grandfather, can't we resolve this conflict without anger?
I was trying. They came at me.
I'm coming straight for his
Hey,
throat.
bro, it's no November. You ain't coming.
Oh shit.
You ain't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And no, you ain't.
We've got like how many days we got left?
Oh, we're
Yeah, like
fine.
9 days left.
Those are tough.
I'm holding on.
But
Yeah, but
are you?
that's why I don't like that you're saying all because this isn't your opinion because you're thinking about other people. But what
Well,
is your opinion?
That is my opinion.
hey, you just told me to
Yeah, but
stop
you're like
fucking
circumventing.
thinking about what
The-
you're saying
the
and
issue
worry
I
about what
have-
I feel.
The only issue I have with that statement, Isaac, is I know for a fact you're not giving this a low score because you think the Chinese people would be offended by his fucking ad read. So
No.
Yeah, with that logic, I mean, there's a
Alright.
discrepancy
Yeah.
here.
No, but I they still give it a 7.5 because I feel like one of the reasons I rate it a little bit lower than you is like, eventually if I couldn't watch this probably with Michelle, you know.
Dude, we don't give a shit about
but
that.
I know.
I don't care.
But for me, I do.
But when you watch it alone, when you enjoy it yourself, what do you rate it?
Again, still 7.5 because I'm involved.
This is a bullshit answer right
I
here.
don't like
This is a
this.
bullshit
No,
answer.
no,
I don't like this, man.
I think he's caught in a corner.
Yeah, this
he
guy's
can't
like,
fucking
I don't know.
justify
It's
his,
just like
his
if I watch with
rating.
my girl, I don't know, man. No,
Because
this
I
is
care
your
a lot
answer,
about
bro.
their feelings. and
Hey, it's my rating and that's it.
No, but it is a guy's film, like
No,
obviously.
yeah,
but
so
as guys, we enjoy it because it's like it does have like the raunchy humor, that's stupid.
Because the tough
fucking-
part for me is like, where does that fallacy end? Because like, so if you watch a rated R movie, you're not technically supposed to or able to watch with kids, right? Like if it's frowned upon if I watch Human Centipede with a bunch of 5-year-olds,
Right.
you know, for
But
whatever.
I
fucking reason.
think it depends on the movie. Like I think the American Pie series is a much funnier like movie.
But that you can't watch with, like, for example,
Yeah.
your kids.
No, I watched it as a fucking 5-year-old.
It's
Well, that's
not even
because
funny
morally
compared
you've
to
been
this.
corrupted.
Like,
All right, Eddie Murphy Raw. Is that funny as fuck?
I think that's funny to everybody. I think
No,
that's,
it's not
Mm,
because it makes
no.
fun of gay people. It makes fun of trans people. It makes fun of basically anybody that's not a man.
Sexism.
See, but
Yeah.
look,
It's sexist.
No, but here's the thing. That's an asshole move because you got to put yourself in the period, and in the period that was okay.
Yeah, in the period of this 06, that was okay
And
too.
but that's what we also talked about. You can't fucking make that movie today.
You can't make Eddie Murphy
Yeah,
raw,
but
but that's
doesn't
not
mean-
the point.
That
The
doesn't mean
point
you're gonna
is
fucking bring it
your
down to
logic.
shit.
But even
I'm still giving
even
it-
that, like, I mean, it's all a bunch of fucking dick jokes and fart jokes, and like men typically find that a little
Yeah.
bit funnier than women. That's fine, like, you know.
That's
so
all. That's
what
all.
the-
I feel like I'm not discrediting this movie in any way.
But I feel like 7.5 is not a truthful rating on your side.
I don't know. Why are you so hurt, man?
No, I just want to get into
We
it.
want you to live your
Yeah,
truth.
I feel like you're
Yeah,
restraining
live
yourself.
your truth, Gator.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
tell
you're
us,
not
bro.
living your truth right
I'm
now.
living my fucking
Hey,
truth.
Go
okay?
kiss
so.
Sasha Baron Cohen right now.
I
You
do.
find him, fucking make out.
Or say you
Dude,
love
I-
Crips. Say it.
Say it. Say it.
say you love Chris.
Fucking say it.
They're just small pancakes.
Take the arm.
No, or say you love thin pancakes. It's a good compromise, right, boys?
That's what
It's a
we're
good
doing
compromise.
right now. All right, I'll break your arm.
Do it.
I'll do it.
Fucking
I'll do
do
it
it.
right now.
I think all three of us combined could not break his arm. Like, Jesus Christ. It's the size of my thigh. Look at that fucking thing. Jesus Christ.
You need to start working out. Your
Which
thigh, bro.
which Jesus Christ? Christmas baby Jesus.
Baby
Christ?
Jesus.
Baby
Baby
Jesus.
Jesus. Christmas Jesus.
What was that? 8 ounces. 8
8
pounds.
ounces.
8 pounds.
8 pounds.
8 ounces, 6 ounces. No, wait. It was 8 pounds, 6
8 pounds,
ounces.
6 ounces.
Yeah.
But all right, all in all, if we round up the 4 guys, 1 film,
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Solid 8.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Watch it.
It's a good comedy
Well,
movie.
it's a 7.8 at this point.
You
Because
round
fucking
up, George.
someone-
Rounding
we round up.
up,
This
George.
guy doesn't.
This is
All right, he
what-
doesn't know anything about physics.
Well, I
He's
can't
not-
read.
Know anything about rounding.
If you use the 2.04th,
Then just fucking give it an 8, Isaac. Jesus Christ. It'll be the same fucking
Right?
outcome.
Why are you hurt, dude? Like,
as
who
you
hurt-
can see,
who hurt you?
while we
Let's see,
may
I
be 4
got it
guys
right.
who watch
It's
films, we are on
7.875.
occasion not friends.
See?
We always are.
I can
friends.
maths.
We love each other.
I can do maths.
This is how love
Quick
works.
maths.
This
That's
is
how I love. We just let it out.
yes. We all need therapy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still hate Isaac's answer.
But that's why we watch movies. That's your therapy, right?
Our therapy is
Yeah, we
moving.
let it
Hey,
I love that.
this is why this is 4 guys.
One
film.
All right. Now,
God damn it,
if
Ricky Bobby.
If you've made it this far, make sure to follow us on Letterboxd because I'm not on Twitter anymore. We're not really doing the Instagram anything.
Wait, you're not on Twitter anymore at all?
No. Like using the
because
Four
of
Guys
Elon, huh?
thing. Yeah, fuck Elon. No, that's yeah. But just Letterboxd. We got our Gmail, 4guys1film at Gmail. If you want to comment, and all
let us know if you guys want us to go on YouTube or just anything that you guys, any recommendations. Like if you guys want to see like video or like maybe you guys want to do like a group hang on Twitch or something, we can do that or like on a Discord.
Well, what's the best way for people to actually give us suggestions? Just email.
I think email or whenever I post our review on Letterboxd.
Yeah, writing an email
just
is
comment
probably
on there.
Super easy too. Just it's easy to sort and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't get lost in translations.
And we were on a brief like 2-month hiatus there, but we're back.
We had lives.
Pumping it
We're
out.
back,
All right.
baby.
We were in Japan.
Because
This guy was in Louisiana.
We weren't first for a bit. We were last.
Yeah.
We're
Now
last.
we're first.
George was taking it in the ass.
Hey, that rhymed.
Yeah. And that takes a long time.
He's like, that's a stupid thing to say. You could come in second. You could come in third. You could come in fourth. There's a lot of fucking places in last.
Let us know if you guys want like any of that stuff. You guys can interact with us. You know, eventually we want to do guests, and if you guys want to be a guest on the podcast,
Shit, who knows?
Who knows? You might be on the next one.
We might have a friend in Denmark who might be willing.
Which shout out to Han.
Shout out to Han.
I better get a DM from you
Also,
on Instagram.
Live Q&As. You guys want to do some live Q&As? We'll jump on the gram, TikTok, whatever it is. That'd be fun.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can set that up. It's not that hard. It's but we just want to get more interaction from you guys.
Yeah.
We'll make time, and I think that's a wrap for us.
That's a wrap.
All right.
All right.